Good afternoon. Pipe fittings. Be using them soon. Right, I've actually been here all day, just sort of finishing off. Oh, new bridge. This is quite a substantial one. So we've got the rebar in. So there's two rods running all the way round, and this is not a full rebar solution for the ring, well, it's not a ring beam, but the foundations. It's just to give it just a little bit extra support to resist bending, because this one especially is going to be a 40-foot concrete beam, and they don't bend terribly well. I mean, they do, but not intentionally. And we've got two joints in it and a step up, and it's just going to get kind of complicated around here. So putting a bit of extra reinforcing in can't do any harm, especially in this area where it's thinner. And so that's what we've done. We've got a couple of reinforcing mats to go over this pipe. This is the sewer pipe, which will go to the bathroom toilet. So that's going to turn round and come down to there and then off out that way. The toilet waste and shower waste will be dealt with separately. They'll be, well, the toilet will sort of be about there, and the waste will come diagonally across, and the shower waste will be sort of there-ish, and again will come across, and hand basin as well if necessary. So that's that. Where you see sort of dark splodges, that's a mould release agent. So basically, when the concrete will grip to pretty much anything, I don't want it to grip to the wood, because I need to get it out. So where it's going to be a little bit awkward to get out, like here for example, I've painted it with a mould release agent, and also all the way round in this area, because we're dealing with some sizable panels. I stopped there because I don't need that doing. That concrete is carrying on, so I don't need it to be sort of oily. So yeah, I've got an 8x4, 8x5 timber sheet to try and lift out of there, so I don't want to have to use a crane or anything. So a little bit of something slippery will do the job, and all the way down there. So tomorrow morning is for me a very critical day, because it's the last chance to, well, it's the last chance to change anything in terms of the foundations and the dimensions. That's long gone, but it's when we start, when we're very committed to what we're doing. And yeah, it's quite tense. I've never done this before. Well, in fact, I've never done most of this before, so it's quite a little bit anxious. I want it to go well. I want it to go very well. I've checked and double checked and triple checked everything as much as I can, and I'm absolutely certain that it's bang on, which means of course I've got something wrong. I assume that there is something wrong, therefore I have checked and double checked. So measurements I know are right. The foundations are wide enough to allow for a bit of leeway in terms of just, you know, half a brick or a quarter of a brick, one way or the other. Talked with the architect today. We have a solution for kitchen corner, which is quite good actually. So what we're going to do is have that lintel, the new lintel or steel beam, coming all the way across to the inside edge of the new wall. Okay, so we've got, it's known as steel beam number 5, so that comes all the way across, and then steel beam number 4, which is a long one, bolts onto it, and number 3, which is the inner leaf for here, also bolts onto it. So it means that this, the top of the inner leaf of the new sidewall has to have a very substantial padstone on it, with quite a bit of crushing strength, more so than your lightweight concrete blocks. The long beam, steel beam number 4, is going to be split into 3. So there'll be one piece that goes to there. It's then bolted on using fish plates back and front to the next one, which comes across to here, and then the third piece goes there, which means that this wall is going to have to be quite substantial, and we're going to have to use different blocks to support that. Fortunately, the foundations that I've used here would be suitable for an outside wall which has got 2 skins. So the fact that we're using a slightly wider single block is just fine. It's not a problem. So I think we're in a good position for the concrete. It's going to be, I mean, I've seen it done. There's a guy I watch on YouTube called Anthony, West Coast Custom Concrete, and he's based in a rather nice part of Los Angeles, and gets to go surfing on his days off. Can't do that in Sandbach. Never mind. So I've seen the process any number of times, and I'm in the hands of professionals, and I've got to trust that the concrete comes on time, it's the right mix, which I know it will be, and the pump comes at the right time, which I'm sure it will, and that it all gets pumped in and all works nicely. To make things easy, I've very clearly marked the line at which we need to go up to. A bit difficult on that because it's right at the top. On these, it's pretty blooming obvious. You've got little arrows all the way along, so you go up to that line. And then in this bit where there are no shuttering boards, I've just put some stakes in just to identify the line we need to go up to, so that we can sort it out, get it level, get it smooth, get it ready for Matt the Bricky. And then, as the architect has submitted new plans or amended plans to the council, hopefully it won't be too long before I can cast these foundations, get the 3 sections joined up, and then we can get on with some brickwork, which will be really good. And then I can order some steel, and then I can get the wood, and we can make an extension, I guess. So yeah, big day tomorrow. I'll probably get absolutely no sleep whatsoever tonight worrying about it, but that is my job. It is my job to worry and take the worry off the customer. So let's see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Anyway, thanks a lot.